Well, hello, my YouTube watching friend. Welcome to another episode of Megatrip. You're joining me on Palawan in the Philippines, in the north of the island, El Nido. And this time on Megatrip, we're going to go for a really interesting, hopefully, adventure around the island by scooter, by motorbike, to see what you can see off the beaten path, to see how much you can get done in just one day. So here's what's coming up on this episode of Megatrip. I mean, genuinely, why would you go anywhere else? Well, because you got to make content for YouTube videos. That's why. Put the helmet back on the bonds. Always wear a helmet, or you are a helmet, and maybe even a paved road, which I'm not gonna lie, right now would be pretty nice. Oh, why did the chicken cross the road? To get to my hog. But wow, mwah, paradise. And then let's enjoy the chicken adobo. Nummy. All right. Got me some ice cream here on Nacpan Beach. Henrietta the hog has had it. Thanks to the magic of editing, you now know more than I do about what's going to happen to me today and what we're going to see. Like I said, this is a little bit of an adventure. I was in a cafe in El Nido the other day, yesterday in fact, and chatting to one of the guys. This guy who sells tours and sells bookings as much as anything else, does a little bit of everything. And we're talking about getting a motorbike and getting around. And even he was saying, get a scooter. It's the best way to get out and see stuff that's off the beaten path. So that's what I'm going to do today. Now, I have had a little ride round yesterday afternoon. The roads, certainly in the south, or south of where I'm staying, are absolutely amazing for riding. But in the towns, it is a little bit hairy. So I wouldn't recommend this to be the place that you hire a scooter for the first time or hire a bike for the first time. But if you're a bit more familiar, 100% definitely worth doing. And we're going to see some of that and what you can get up to today. Now, a couple of things, I guess. One, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I've got a few places marked on a map and we're going to figure it out as we go along. And two, it is almost definitely going to be a rainy adventure and I'm going to get quite wet. There was a flood warning on my phone this morning for this area. I absolutely hooned it down yesterday afternoon. Anyway, you might have noticed behind me the lovely beach, and we'll see that in a second. So this is the first stop that I've ridden to out of El Nido, the main town around here. And this is a place called Lio Beach. And at Lio Beach, there's a whole heap of things. There is a beach, as it sounds. There is a pier, which I'll show you in a second. And it's in the same complex as the airport. And what that means, I've just seen, is you can stand on the beach and you can watch the flights coming in. So timing-wise, we've got pretty lucky on this one, because you can see behind me an aircraft just coming into land at El Nido Airport. Air Swift, one of the local carriers. There you go. So if you're into planes, this is a great beach to come to. Actually, let's just take a quick look at the beach and the pier. So, see the pier here? You can wander out on. Some tourist boats with the outriggers waiting. And just like it seems almost everywhere on the paradise island of Palawan, long, sandy, golden beaches. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a few of those today as well, although they might be a bit wet and rainy. I would say, although it may look a little bit grey, and it is a bit grey, and it's going to be overcast today, the temperature's about 30 degrees, and the humidity feels like about 2 million. So on my way here, so this is what I wanted to talk about. On my way here, I had an experience I'd never had before on the bike. So one of the things you can come and do in this area, on the Lio Beach area, which is like a whole kind of complex, if you like, of beautiful, nice things to do. One of the things you can do is a rainforest walk. So if you are in this kind of rainforest where it's kind of mangrovey, slightly swampy, it's very, very difficult to walk through. But what they do here is they build a raised walkway So you can go through and you can really explore the jungle. It's really atmospheric and you get a great flavour of what there is. But what I didn't expect is that the road to Lio Beach is constructed in the same way. And look, I'll show you the footage of that now. I was recording it luckily as we came through, and you can see riding a motorbike through a jungle. Amazing experience. What isn't to like about cruising through these beautiful rainforested trees? Stunning. So Lio Beach is obviously a beach, as the name suggests, but it's also an area with plenty of other things going on. There are shops, there are restaurants, it even has an area called Shops at Lio Beach. There is a spa, there are bars, the place called Beer Island, sounds quite nice, but obviously not when I'm riding the bike. Unfortunately, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, so I don't think any of them are quite open yet. But let's have a little mooch back to the bike. I mean, genuinely, why would you go anywhere else? Well, because you've got to make content for YouTube videos, that's why. Right, let's go and head up the coast and find our next spot to explore. Let's go. Before we get to our next proper destination, I want to talk a little bit more about the hog and the hiring process in case you're thinking of getting a bike here. So here she is in all her glory. Little 125cc scooter. Nice little mount for your phone, which is always handy. I've obviously got my camera running there, which I probably need to stop. So not bad. Things I would say, it's not the worst condition. I had to stop and put some air in the tyres this morning, but there's plenty of tread in the tyres, although not the best quality tyres. My only real concern with it is that rear brake has got quite a lot of play in it, but I think it's fine around here. The front brake's pretty good. You get a helmet with it, you get a lockbox with it. Total cost on this guy for 2 days was 1,000 pesos. I'll put the currency conversion in there. It's about, I don't know, about £6 a day it works out as in English money. And in terms of process, I just had to leave. I didn't leave anything actually. I just paid them, took a picture of the seat, sent them a picture of my passport, so they've got that. I don't know if that was so wise, but anyway, what that means then is you can start to get out into the countryside. And by now you may have seen some footage of what I'm seeing as I ride around, and so far these have been some of the best riding roads I've ever been on. We're north of El Nido now. The roads aren't quite as good as in the south. In the south they're beautiful asphalt snakes through the countryside, but the views here are lovely. And I stopped here because I wanted to, while talking about the hiring process, also have a quick look at this. I mean, look, this is the kind of view you get. Jungle in the background, paddy fields in the foreground, locals mooch about on their bikes, local homes down here. Absolutely stunning. A lot of the branding, I guess, of Palawan, or when people talk about it, they just call it Palawan, or sometimes they just call it paradise. They might have a point. Anyway, if you get yourself out here and you feel comfortable, get yourself a bike, get around. Right, I found somewhere on the map that looks interesting. Let's head on to our next destination. Okay, so I'm in the middle of the jungle, as you can see. I'm looking for a waterfall. I've seen a couple of other bikes to park next to, so I'm just going to make the assumption that this footpath is the way. Let's have a little wander, a little hike, see what we can find. I didn't bring any water with me today, and I'm starting to regret that, but anyway, we'll figure it out as we go. One thing I think is quite interesting is when I spoke to the motorbike hire place, they didn't suggest that I could go this way, but they certainly said I could go this way. And, oh, I think we're just walking into someone's home. Yep. This definitely looks like somebody's home with some dogs, rather than a tourist attraction. Okay, so I think we're going to keep going. But anyway, what was interesting was the folks at the motorbike place said, or suggested, that these are some of the roads that you could ride on. I have never hired a motorbike anywhere where they've said this is the kind of road you should go ride on. But I think, like it or not, we're in for a bit of an adventure today. Right, I better jump back on my trusty steed, put the helmet back on the bonds, always wear a helmet, or you are a helmet. And then let's go see what we can see. Maybe we'll find a waterfall, maybe we won't, who knows? Fair to say the riding's got a little bit more challenging, but it's okay. Take your time, relax. But I wanted to stop at this little village scene that I've just found. So, saw this kind of smoke coming up behind this nice house here. I saw the bamboo fences. And then over here, perhaps a slightly older house. Probably not being used anymore. Now being used for animals. And here we are, we can see this old bamboo house, the goat with her kids sheltering from the heat under there. There's the billy goat at the back with the massive knackers swinging to and fro. And even better over here, a little shop. So, I'm going to go see if I can get some water. Let's get this off first. Hello.
Hello.
Morning. Do you have water? A bottle of water?
It's not good.
It's not good?
No.
No, you have Sprite. One Sprite?
Yeah, with Sprite, but not cold.
Pardon?
No cold.
No cold?
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. That's okay. Oh, you have. Sorry, do you have water then? One Sprite, one water. Yeah. Thank you. Great. How much is that, please?
25 plus 40.
40. There you go. That's 50. That's fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wow, what a cool little shop here on Palawan. What have we got here? Little dog guarding his chicken friends. Surprised we're not eating them. Thank you. No, it's okay. You keep it. For you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, slice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, what a cool little place. Lots of little animals. The goats have now made it out onto the road. Absolutely belting. So, interesting. Bottle of Sprite, bottle of water. Out here in the sticks. Very kind. She said 40 pesos. Or 40 pesos. I don't know why I keep saying pesos. It's come spelling it in my head. So, 40 pesos. That is, in English, what, 50p, 60 cents. That's the real prices. Right, I'm going to scull one of these and then get back on the bike. Let's go! So as we're getting deeper and deeper into the countryside here on Palawan, in the north of the island, in the countryside, probably about 40k outside of El Nido. See more and more cool stuff. Again, just coming down this road, look at this array of flags over what can only be described as a track, and a little dog reaching towards me. I mean, this was definitely the right decision today. Absolutely epic. Right, I'm going to carry on shaking my bones down this track. Hopefully we can find some more things to see, and maybe even a paved road, which I'm not going to lie, right now would be pretty nice. So we're now getting into the real rural farmland, I guess, and you can start to see more and more different types of crops and agriculture as we get out here. So where I've just stopped now, you can see this field which has been ploughed, ready for planting something. Lots of chickens and cockerels. Chicken very much is the national dish, fried chicken, believe it or not. And you see these cute little cows here for milk and for meat. And all of this glorious setting. And you see, as you get out here to cross the creeks and the rivers, are these lovely old, quaint, slightly rickety bridges. You slightly need your big boy pants when you're going over them. You can see down below the bridge, well, not too clean creek, but this will all clean out as it rains, which it undoubtedly will do later today. It'll get very wet and rainy. You can see a very brave chap down here, actually riding down the creek. Hello. So, I think I mentioned earlier there are flood warnings for later today, and it'll be creeks like that that will very, very quickly fill up and become slightly dangerous. So do make sure you check the weather forecast. I'm taking perhaps a few more chances than I would do normally, but I'm going to be very cautious as I go along. So far, God, I don't want to say it and jinx it. So far it hasn't rained. From that little rickety bridge we saw earlier to this big concrete beast. But the reason I stopped was not so much the bridge, but check out the view down here. Wild or feral cows and buffaloes along the creek here. I mean, really, you see the hills rising up in the background. I could probably ride around here for bloody weeks. This is amazing. And this is the new Ibajay Bridge. Right, back on the hog. Maybe we should name the hog. Oh, why did the chicken cross the road? To get to my hog. Right. I feel like we need to give her a name. I'm going to have a little think as I'm riding around this next section, and we head through to Silvertown and then on to San Fernando, I guess, before heading back to El Nido later today. Another great benefit of getting out on a bike or a hog like Henrietta, who I've just named, is you get to see views and perspectives of where you are in a completely different way. And there is no difference in this ride. Check out this view of Palawan. Wowzers. So you can see on the right, you can see the rainforest, the palm trees, moving down into the flatlands where you start to see different trees in the mangrove. So these will be more swamplands where sometimes the seawater comes up, all the way down to the beach, and you can see those beautiful long sandy beaches down there. And of course, into the distance, you can see the sea and the beautiful limestone islands rising up from the ocean. Can't beat it. It's getting a little bit warm. I'm getting a little bit hungry. So there's two things I want to try and do. One, get somewhere where I can take a dip, chill off a little bit. Two, get some food. So we're going to get back on Henrietta and we're going to see what we can see. My hunt for lunch and a dip, I saw a little sign that said cold beer, and it brought me to this place, to Tay De Ling's place. I'm going to leave their phone number up there in case you want to come here. There's some little beach shacks, hammocks, and a beautiful golden beach with barely a soul about. I think you can hear the wind slightly, but absolute paradise. Little grey today. A few locals down here having a dip. Coconut trees literally sat on the edge of the beach next to this little shipwreck. Let's go have a little look at that before I go. I've come down here and it is absolutely deserted. It's absolutely mad to me that there's beaches like this just sitting around with no one there. So that's why I left the phone number up. If you want to give Tate the Lings a call and head on down and get away from it all, hey, maybe this is for you. Anyway, let's have a quick look at this old boat that's obviously got wrecked up here. Wow. And you can see this is the traditional construction, the narrow keel, which is then set with outriggers, and that allows these fishing boats to be nice and fast, but also nice and stable if it does get a little bit windy. So, like I said, this place is so empty, there's no one around, so I'm not going to be able to get any lunch here. So I'm not going to have a dip. But what I am going to do is have a little paddle, just cool off my tootsies, and then jump back on Henrietta and head out and try and find somewhere a bit further up the coast to suit my needs. Right, let's go dip my little toes in the sea. Wow, check out how lucky we are to see this family launching their local little boat. Maybe they're going out fishing, maybe just for recreation. But you can see the whole family there pushing it out. It's a small version of that wreck that we saw earlier. The kids jumping in, nice and easy, before they no doubt head out. Maybe to another island, maybe to this little island over here we can see in the distance. It's very cute, just one tree in the middle. In this case we'll be paddling. Nowadays you see a lot of them with 2-stroke motors and 4-stroke motors. Traditionally they've been paddled and sailed around these islands. The Philippines is a nation of islands. I don't know how many, but when you look on a map and you look kind of north to south, there's an awful lot of them, and they are certainly very spread out. There they are, getting their little pictures I'm in. Right, Henrietta awaits. There we go, I can't help but think this guy's got a little motor in it as well. They're moving far too easily into the wind. Maybe they're heading home. Maybe they're going fishing. Hi! How cute. Giving it a wave. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. People ask why I travel so much. This is why. It's good for the soul. Okay, mega trippers. So, I have made it to Silvertown, or to Silvertown Beach. There's a lot more going on down here. So, there's even a little shop. But check out the beautiful sort of scenic streamers above the roads. And again, down here, look how picturesque this is. Well worth a bit of a romp. We've got the Ursula Beach Club, places to stay if you want, massage. What else have we got down here? Oh, look at this. Kite Club Palawan, come and learn to kiteboard or kite surf. Stand-up paddle boarding, cultural tours, restaurants. Not gonna be a liar today, I never am. I'm really here for two things, like I said, for a dip and to get some lunch, or an early lunch, bit of breakfast. Haven't eaten yet. Let's have a little wander down onto the beach and see what Silvertown Beach has to offer. What a shock, it's absolutely gorgeous. More of the traditional boats and fishing nets. and a little pier to get out to where you need to get out to. Big two, sat on the beach, the little sidecar, the traditional Filipino method of transport. Right, see if I can find me some chow. I thought it would be here, but apparently not. Let's keep going. Let's find this Ursula Beach Club place, and then maybe let's take a little stroll along that pier. What a beautiful little community Silvertown is. There's some video, I don't know if I'm going to put it before this, after this, during this. Absolutely exquisite little community, lovely little school, beautiful beach. But unfortunately for Dom, for Mega Trip Dom, there was nothing to eat, or nothing that I could find anyway. So I'm going to keep pushing on up the coast. Time to put the helmet back on and get back on the road. But wow, mwah, paradise. Okay, so we're now about 10k further around the coast, and we've come to a place called Socorro Hills View. So let's check out what this place has to offer. Hopefully a bit more than just a view. I can see a few people here, but let's not ruin that quite yet. Let's have a little walk in and see what we can see. Hello. Hello. Wow, look at this place. Very, what feel like weak bamboo floors. Be a little careful there. And then the view down to the valley. Get some food. Hello. Do you have some food? Menu? Ah, perfect. Let's have a look. Can I get the chicken adobo with rice, please? And water.
Small one?
Big one, please. Big one. Alright, I'm going to chill out and enjoy this view. And then let's enjoy the chicken adobo. Nummy. Okay, so lunch has arrived and I am famished. This is chicken adobo, traditional Filipino stew, stewed in vinegar, black peppercorns, bay leaves, chilli, soy sauce, and of course with the ubiquitous white rice. So let's give this a little go, hey? Very, very hot, but absolutely delicious. Wow, intense flavour. All good. Right, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to enjoy my meal and enjoy my view. And then we'll jump back on the bike and maybe, finally, we'll go for a dip and cool off. Well, that was absolutely delicious. Chicken adobo here on the side of a mountain in Palawan with little goats running around for company. Can't recommend it enough. Get yourself down here. I'll put the name up on the screen. The price for that was a whopping 250 pesos. So what's that? £3.50? £3 maybe? For a lovely lunch and a big old bottle of water. Talking about water, it's now finally started to rain. Let's get on and try and make some miles before it gets too bad, but I may have to stop in somewhere and shelter for a bit. So I've weaved in and out of the rain to get to Nacpan Beach. And now, just seen, I'm taking some ice cream, so let's try that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Alright. Got me some ice cream here on Nacpan Beach. I'm not exactly sure what all these flavours were, but let's give them a go, I guess. Wow. Absolutely no idea what that flavour is, but it's nice, it's sweet. It's almost like a chocolate, but it's not chocolate. I don't know if you actually saw how bright and colourful that is. Whew. Right, let's wander down to the beach. So this is a slightly less touristy or slightly less developed beach, I guess, or it is touristy, but you know, not overly developed for Westerners, I don't think. See a regular, a few cafes, bars, dogs. Very popular, very busy down here. Lots of little shacks and areas to sit once you've got your food. Wow, very nice. Check it out. Barbecue and everything. You can even get it to two. Not sure I would. As ever. Beautiful, beautiful sandy beach. Wow. Oh great. So people have just brought down their own barbecues. You can have a little rest in a hammock. Might have to do that in a little bit. But let's be honest, I'm here for the water. Okay, so where Nacpan Beach is a little different to some of the others, like Mara Meg Meg, which I mistakenly called Vanilla Beach in a previous video, is it's not quite as commercialised. It's a bit more old school, but just like all the other beaches, acres and acres of beautiful white sand. So definitely worth a visit if that's your thing. If you want a slightly more chill vibe, maybe a cheaper vibe, if I'm being perfectly honest as well. 20 pesos to park your scooter, but snacks and drinks all look really, really well priced, particularly compared to some of the other more touristy beaches, and the lovely kind of seating area that you've got over there to come onto the beach, where you can bring your own picnic, come and chill for the day. There's some hammocks, you can really relax. So that's my motorbike tour around northern Palawan from El Nido. I hope you enjoyed it. After this, I'm going to head back to the hotel quickly, grab a quick shower, probably change shirt, and go and meet some folks for my last supper, my last dinner before I leave El Nido. And I'll end the video with you there. But I hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything else you think I missed, anything you'd like to see, of course leave a comment. Anyway, let's go to El Nido. Well, Mega Tripper, in a cruel twist of fate, let's call it that. It's not the end of the world, but anyway, Henrietta the Hulk, the bike, she's breaking down. She won't start. So these are the guys I rented it from, Moto Tourista. I've got to say, so far they've been really, really good. I WhatsApped them, had a little chat on WhatsApp, tried a few things, did a little video call, showed that I wasn't being an idiot, and had done all the stuff that I need to do to get it started. They're coming straight out to rescue me. So look, these things happen. These things happen. I would say if you're going to use anyone, these guys' service has been top drawer. So it's no negative. Like I said, every now and then machines break down. All right, let's hurry up and wait. So here's an update. Henrietta the hog has had it. The guys from Moto Turismo, they came out, they were there in about half an hour. They tried to fix it, or fix her on the ground, but they weren't able to. Oh, at least not when I was there. So they very generously. So yeah, they very generously. They gave me the bike that they came on. I rode that back to the hotel, got myself a shower, got myself back down here, no thank you, and dropped it back off. But anyway, that brings me, no thank you, that pops me straight in the heart of El Nido, and the main town of downtown. So let's go and have a little look at what downtown El Nido is all about. As you might be able to tell, it's a little bit hectic. Lots of tourist stalls. One of my favourite streets in the world. Absolutely mad. I mean, I think a lot of people in the UK talk about health and safety having gone mad. I think though, this might be the other side of it. Wow. Little Japanese cakes being cooked on the side of there. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Let's go check out El Nido. So this may not shock you, but El Nido has a beach. So let's start there and we'll walk back up into town. So this is the beach, this is El Nido Beach. You're getting used to this by now. Paradise, white sands. Well, it's a bit different to some of the other beaches. It's all the way along. There's restaurants, places to eat. I'll be getting myself a snack there a little bit later. There's also, of course, the street hawkers, the street vendors. A little bit more aggressive here than I'd like, if I'm honest. But anyway, this is the big smoke, I guess, around here. I'm going to wander down a little bit. One tip I will give you is if you're trying to get back onto the main streets, a lot of these bars are actually cut-throughs as well. So you can cut through from the bar directly through to the main street, to the shopping street. And that's what we're going to do now here. So yeah, fun and funky. Main things to do here: eat, drink. Yeah, carry on down this street here in the constant building site that seems to be Palawan. Just show you a few of the little shops. So local merchandise, all about loving El Nido. Little places to eat. I can make a couple of restaurant recommendations if you are down here in El Nido. The first one is a little restaurant called Angel Wish. Now, Angel Wish is basically a fish restaurant. They'll cook you any kind of fish or crustacea, shrimps, whatever it is. They'll cook them all in a vast variety of ways. So it really is like a menu of your fish and then a menu of all the ways you can have cooked with it. So that's one. And the other one, which I haven't actually been to myself, but I've had it recommended to me, is a place called Big Boy Thai. That sounds like a good shout for me. Anyway, not to show you too much of downtown El Nido. I think you kind of got the picture. The last little bit I do want to show you though is this little market here. So, if you want to get your clothes, you want to get your trinkets, you don't have to get them in the centre. If you walk down just off the beach, there's a little market here with everything you could want. It's very hot and sweaty in here, but an absolute bargain. Here we go, let's have a little wander down. You can see clothes, dresses, whatever you may want. Got myself a shirt here the other day, very fairly priced. So yeah, can't tell if the lens is misting up or it's just my glasses. It is humid in here. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video for me travelling around paradise on a motorbike. It's my last night in El Nido. So it just remains for me to say, if you liked what you saw, please like. If you think I got anything wrong, if you think something else I should do leave me a comment. It does help. And of course, I looked at my stats this morning. Almost 70% of the people watching my videos are not subscribed. So thousands of you are watching. Not that many of you are subscribed out of those. So please do me a favour, do yourself a favour. Click on the subscribe. Turn notifications on. That's the little bell icon down there on YouTube. And that'll just make sure you get a notification every time a new video drops. New content every Saturday, that's my promise to you. And while I'm out here, I'm going to be dropping a few bonus episodes as well. So you want to make sure you've got those notifications turned on. So that's it from me in El Nido. All that's left for me to say is keep travelling and join me next time here on Mega Trip.